going to be tricky because I can't see where I'm going. And stuff like that happens. Thank you for the demonstration, random driver. I do not have any connection with. We'll see if the lights are still talking about it. Let's just slow down when I hop back in.
But like,
don't think the pit lane entry is
final
bad.
corners of the biggest race on Earth, it's really odd.
I think the pit lane entry, but the pit lane entry is so far behind the actual pit lane starts.
And that's fine, because we had a really fucked up chicane situation happening there,
What is it?
but... Lamar.
I think you should be able to
And it
go
makes sense
straight
as well
at the
because you start the braking off the racing line, getting into the pits.
Yeah, that's a part. That's a feature of pit lanes that I do really like. Separate them before they have to slow down.
Or at the very least, have them off the racing line.
Like it's a thing
If
that
you have to slow down.
Yeah, have them off the racing line and make it so that it's not right out of a corner. I mean, like I try to do that on tracks where it makes sense to. But I really feel like Lamar is one chicane would be fine. If they made it one chicane at the end of the lap, it would be fine. But it's the fact that it's two right back to back. It's I don't know. It's the only place on Earth that I can think of that has an existing double chicane that isn't on like some goof ass track. It's on like a real high profile track. It is on the highest profile track actually.
I wish it just.
Monza had one for a while, and then they
Monza
made
had
it.
one for a while, and it's not there anymore because it was bad.
Yeah. Like they only need one of the chicanes.
One chicane gets the job done every single time.
Just make it a big chicane like Road Atlanta.
Exactly. The thing is, the Road Atlanta chicane superimposes perfectly on the Le Mans chicanes. You don't need to do anything. It works.
It is truly the perfect chicane.
There is not a better chicane. There will never be a better chicane. The worst thing a chicane can be is a chore, which is what most of them are.
That's like 99% of them, yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like chicanes are a piece of track design that can be designed very intentionally to be good. There are very few tracks that do that, but on the few that do that, the few that actually do that, the chicanes are usually a part of the track that people talk nicely about. Or Atlanta, think them all.
Just cannot see where to turn into the corner heading onto the back straight at the Road Atlanta.
What about the corner heading onto the back straight at Road Atlanta?
I cannot see the apex because it is dark. Or where to turn in.
Just get night vision. The first turn at Ostraslaven is still not good, but at least they're not using the shitpost version. It's just not, it's difficult to do. Especially when there's this fog over the track, which alters my judgment.
Oh, okay.
You guys hate the iRacing fog, right? I don't like it. I don't like it when iRacing is foggy. It alters my judgment. It makes me feel like I'm being overtaken by the mist.
I opened the corner up too much
and
I pitched the rears or something.
It's a ping pong between a decently executed corner sequence and the most suffering you've ever been put through in your life.
That's so real and true. Why do we keep letting Germans win first tracks?
Because sometimes they're good.
When they get it right, it's really good.
Okay.
Like, I think... I mean, to be fair, Germany's two biggest racetracks are both good.
Nordschleife and the other one?
Nordschleife and Hawk. Those are both good.
Yeah.
Hockenheim's obviously more controversial for a handful of reasons. But...
I just don't like
the redesign is actually quite good.
It is significantly better as a racetrack than old Hockenheim was. It is sad that they destroyed the entire thing.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Stance.
Yeah, that's what gets me.
It's absolutely. You know, it's like you're destroying history for pretty much no reason.
No good reason.
Yeah.
There's that, and I think, there's a great example for your conversation point earlier. Change one corner at a track and make it great, and it's like literally just the hairpin at Hockenheim to not be a fucking go-kart track.
Like, move it back 500 feet and make it a normal hairpin. Because that's how far you need to move back for it to be normal.
It's so tight for me.
I'd say, honestly, it's an interesting topic, but I feel like redesigns of Hockenheim, the Hockenheim ring that don't just bring back the old layout, to me are usually some of the more compelling redesigns too. And it's weird that a track that I think is good can be redesigned successfully often by RTD.
So here's my thing. I think the new Hockenheim, Old North Curve was just infinitely better. That's just flat out.
That's true. That's turn 1, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's just turn 1.
Yeah, I don't like how tight the apex is.
Yep. But they basically copped out. All they did was just slice the other half of the track off. Kind of curved it. I think like the new turn 2, 3 section is pretty cool. That like zigzag thing, and then you could obviously attack with the hairpin. Honestly, good piece of racetrack. The hairpin side has that. My thing is, okay, we're just going to loop back around. This is where the old track linked up, and now there's just the Mercedes Arena there, and nothing changed. They really seem to half-ass that.
I don't like Mercedes main section. I just think that it's too hard.
Yeah, it's too short.
I think it's way too hard.
I think it.
Hockenheim was like,
I understand not liking it, but I think it works.
I don't like the kick. I think the cars,
okay,
the kick are
right back.
perfectly fine. I just don't like the kick itself because it's coming off of like
already
second
slow.
longest straight on the track,
Yeah.
so it just feels a little funky.
Agreed. I think that's the right hand.
The stadium section is great. It will never not be great. It's the most infallible part of the track. It's the only version of the only thing that's been on the tracks is pretty much the beginning.
I was gonna say that's what everybody widely regards as the best, but that's the oldest part of the track. So it's like the new one can't be that much better, or so much better. Where the best part of the track is like the oldest thing on it.
Well, and it's not. That's a argumentative fallacy.
Fair.
It's a good section of track that didn't need to change for any reason. Whose money should be.
It's generally recommended to not do that.
I just had my finger in I have my wrong hand against. That was funny. But yeah, that is a weird track. But in terms of German tracks, I don't know. It's really a mixed bag. They're good or like miserable dog shit. And see, the thing is, I don't think there's many German tracks that are abysmal dog shit. I think there's just a handful of German tracks that are really not great. And then a lot of filler, which is kind of what most countries have, but it's... Germany's got, like, two that are pretty high. Oschersleben right at the bottom. And then it's also just got some weird stuff. Like, Tempelhof is just a really, really odd situation that they have there.
Formula E tracks do not count.
Okay, but it kind of does. Because it's not some boof ass street circuit.
Yeah, Sachsenring is just a track that
Fast airport
exists.
circuit.
I like Sachsenring personally. I think the elevation is what saves it, and if without it, it would be kind of dog shit. But like, I think it's a cool track that really embodies.
It's a bike track. It is definitely not a car track. So
yeah.
Every time I drive cars on it, it just doesn't line up right.
And for bikes, it's a
said,
bit
though,
dodgy because there's not really much runoff in a lot of spots.
Although a lot of people do track days there. Yeah, a lot of people do car track days there though, and it just looks like a good track to drive because none of the corners seem poorly placed.
sure.
That's a rough turn 2-3.
I do like
Look
the
at
sector
it.
of the track. I know it opens
Yeah.
up and then goes down.
I have-
That's good.
I have
I
a
think it's
moral
neat.
issue with the Lausitz ring
Uh-huh.
because they don't race
Elaborate.
anything that races on ovals there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they brought
Bring
they brought
IndyCar
Euro
back.
NASCAR there for a while and didn't race the oval.
Yeah,
Can
that
you
was
imagine
the
Euro
biggest
NASCAR
front.
Super Speedway?
Did they ever go to Laos? I thought they always went to Australia. Let me look.
I'm pretty sure they've gone to Lausitz before. I don't know. It's just so weird. European tracks there will be a handful of European ovals, and nothing will race oval on them except some like super local legend stuff. But you can't do that on Lausitz ring because it's humongous.
We should V8 swap a Legends car and just make it do 200 miles an hour at Lausitz.
Ugh!
Toby did not like that suggestion at all.
No, they've never been to Lausitz.
Really? That's one.
No.
I don't know. Euro NASCAR is such a farce of a series because it's not NASCAR at all.
Not even close.
It's like it's a weird silhouette. It's more of a late model series. Those are not stock cars. Those aren't shaped like any real car. They're not trying to be any real car. They've got stickers that make them look like a real car, in which case they're kind of more like NASCAR stock cars, but they're so far off on shape. They look like those cars when you go into an O'Reilly when they've got the O'Reilly series schedule on there. It looks like that. Looks like that fake quote-unquote NASCAR vehicle. But like, I feel like the other three regional NASCAR series, the other three international NASCAR series rather, all race at ovals.
The other three being what?
Canada,
Canada,
Mexico, and
Mexico.
Brazil.
Oh yeah, NASCAR Brazil's a thing. I totally forgot.
And sure, they race at road course ovals for the most part, minus Cervelo, which is a weird situation. But they race at they do an entire race turning left. I mean, Mexico and Canada are the only true ones because they race on actual ovals with actual banking and actual oval turn profiles. But you know, Australia's even turn 1 is just not good. It's just not a good turn. Turn 2 is worse because turn 1 is bad. And then turn 3.
I didn't change my thumbnail.
It's just who actually designed that?
How do you check?
I mean,
sure
the
it's
quote is
correct.
100.
Yeah,
The quote is 100% correct. The guy who designed this first corner deserves to be taken
Thank
in
you.
a dark room and beat about the head.
Would
There's
race.
no better way to describe it. It's just a really questionably designed first turn. There's not a. I don't know. What is the worst turn at every crucial position in a track? Like
Would
worst
race
first
we
turn. Oschersleben with the 90-degree.
One to go. Next time by, line up on the right side.
Even though I would confidently argue that the normal version of the Oschersleben turn 1 is actually worse for racing.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Just because it's not a real braking zone.
Well, it is. You're breaking through the corner. It's really one
You're
line.
braking through the corner.
Why did they design the first corner like that? But
That's the question. That's the question. That's what the question has always been. Who did it and why did they do it like that?
Who are
It's
they?
an obscene act of track design. What's the best turn 1 in the world?
Yas Marina.
I'm going to disagree, but like that's solid though. Like, oh,
Yeah,
It's-
there's better, but it's
the okayest. It's like, yeah, I have no complaints with this.
See, the
it
thing is,
doesn't
I
do
wouldn't say
anything
the
wrong, which a
okayest
lot of
because
turn 1s cannot
It
manage.
does absolutely nothing wrong, but it also
it doesn't do anything right
doesn't-
because the straight leading into it's not long enough.
the straight leading into it isn't long enough. The
It
section
doesn't do
after
anything
is not
wrong,
good.
but it's not the best.
Yeah.
It's like I'd say that makes it a B. It's like I would much rather have something else. I would much rather have an A. But I mean,
I need to double check, but I think for a
everything.
while it was I had it as the best first quarter on the F1 calendar, because everyone else did something to me that was not great.
See, this is where I will be weird and praise Hungaroring, because I think it has a really good turn one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
agree.
the only actually
Yeah.
good turn on the track.
I think I was looking at keeping the car on the road as well, which
Yeah,
a lot of
that's kind
turn
an
ones,
issue.
yeah. But
It's-
yeah,
it's- that's the
Hungaroring's
issue with, like,
really good.
Sharp hairpin turn ones is that there's a really big dive bombing issue.
Mm,
Valtteri Bottas goes bowling.
yeah. What I'm looking for in turn one is how well can an entire field get through it safely.
Which is why Coda,
What
despite
the
its
fuck,
win,
dude?
is a
Not
terrible
good.
turn one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You talking to me?
there's always
Because
some kind of chaos.
There has never not been carnage at Coda turn
No,
one.
whoever just ran
So
into the
I'm gonna
back
get
of me.
ousted from the
I don't
server.
know. It was
Especially bad for saying it. Does that make
probably Ebo
a lot of
Kosei,
turn one?
not looking ahead.
No, it's a great turn one. It's just like
It was the
sometimes
good.
they have skill issues.
It's not as weight.
know the workplace rules. I
Though I
like the
would
track.
say-
It's a skill
though I
issue.
would say-
don't like the track. It's not a good turn one.
The Senna S's would be a much better, like, final complex than they are an opening.
Yeah, good job, Evo.
Go green. Stay focused.
I
Good luck.
But
disagree.
the proposal that
Good luck,
moved
everyone.
it to the second straight, that moved the pit straight to the second straight, I think solves the issue of the first couple turns of
What
the
happened a bit, but I
Turbos
wanted to say.
being very clunky for a full. Because that's what it's about. It's an incredible section of track. It is one of the best corner sequences anywhere.
Flat out.
But
Oh yeah. Okay.
if
I'm not
20
expecting to
plus
lose through
cars
there.
barreling into it, which would be
She'll warm up.
a little bit too much. I'd still rank it as an easy A. But
But it's not.
like, best turn one in the world implies there's no.
Well, not true. Saying it's the greatest turn one of all time is like that. Best turn one in the world is better than everything else currently, which I would think it is.
Well, is the best turn one in the world the best turn one of all time? Probably.
Okay, bye,
Because it
okay,
probably
bye.
hasn't been changed or removed.
Good point.
Unless it's like, what's the worst? Oh, it's raining? I did not expect that.
Oh, dude.
I did not expect it to be raining.
Mega Suck 9000, do your thing. Oh.
I can call her.
Perfect.
I love the low down for a sec because you just blow past everyone on the straight.
I can really call her.
I'm fourth because people just haven't lived. I was P7 on start.
Maybe if I want
Catching
to,
up to all her.
maybe if I want to take, if I do MX5 Cup in the future, I will ask for setup advice. But I've been doing just fine. Maybe next
Toby,
week.
I
I don't know.
don't want you to take this the wrong way, but me giving setup advice, like giving Connor setup advice, like it only works when people make it.
That's my thing. It's like I'm just gonna survive the race and not worry about it.
Yeah. Until you have a good understanding of the car and like
Setup isn't going to do anything.
I mean,
It's
I
actually
have a
going to
pretty
confuse you.
decent.
Unless the
I have a
default
pretty
setup is
decent. I have a pretty decent understanding of the MX5 Cup car. This is definitely the car that I've driven most in this game, but at the same time, I'm not fast.
Yeah, like once you get fast, because here's the thing, I could tell you to make setup changes that are generically probably going to make that car quicker. But hey, you need to be on the limit of the current setup to change it to make a difference. Otherwise, it's just going to feel worse. Contrary, if you can't get consistency out of the car, I can technically make it slower, but make the limit easier to find, which will probably gain you time, but will hurt you in the long run. I do this to Browners all the time so we can keep it on the track.
Either way,
Hey, it still
it
doesn't
doesn't
work.
matter at Osherslaving because all you need to do in this race is not kill yourself. Like in real life, because you're driving Osherslaving.
2010 Chrysler Common. Look at that here. Yeah, baby. That's pretty right there.
See, I'm looking at the front of your car right now, and I'm getting a lot more like 2020s Kia Telluride.
Okay, so I need to make it less modern.
Light ass grill. Yeah.
Okay, so less modern it will be. I like these headlights, but I think these headlights are made like feature-wise.
It's just big ass grills on regular consumer cars. I feel like it's a pretty new thing.
It is. Ford kind of started it in like 2014, but and, like it's been downhill since. Original Kia, 2008. Original Kia front row. What there you go.
Such a big fan of that.
Behind is a lot faster through the S's, but
Woof.
top end.
Oh, I can give the car a mouth. Noisy look. The car somewhat unhappy.
I'm not doing qualifying for this.
The car.
I'm so happy that it was raining during qualifying. Oh, I'm so happy that it was raining during practice, so the track is cold as shit. And I can barely drive this thing. Awesome. There's no visible water on the track, but it's just cool. I have no intention of trying to do that. I think I'm going to want to be on wets for this as well. Just looking at the radar, there is another band of rain.
All this design is sniffer.
That looks closer.
It's not great.
It's literally where the wiper is where the apex is at the turning point, so I just don't see it.
Well, don't
Very
talk about how
cool.
your wheelbase is a really great handle.
No, Toby, I think he has a point. You can do that.
I want to get egg in my...
They're dropping like flies.
In other news, my USFP basketball championship after week 9 has been leading by 119 points.
The 9-year-olds appreciate you picking them up.
Yeah, they bow down. They bow down to my greatness.
Runners are trash.
I'm not.
Child abuse is not a joke.
Not trash, better.
trying to figure out what track this is. I'm watching a video. Gotta be Indy. Why are they speed trialing Monster Jam trucks at Indy? Fastest monster truck of all time, by the way. 103 miles an hour in a monster truck. That's gotta be horrifying.
Holy shit. Yeah, not a monster truck you haven't.
That's gotta be the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, not the monster truck, I haven't. That sounds cool as shit, though.
That'd be like actually terrifying.
It's like, yeah, let me go 100 miles an hour on my 40 different unicycles. Connected with the track.
Yeah, ugly ass minivan challenge.
Oh, it's only 10 minutes.
Alright, we're waiting tech and it's raining. Let me make sure I've got my wets on. We are go. I'm only starting in front of Stoner Lopez, which is immediately a top 3 name I've ever seen on iRacing. SOF estimated SOF is 858. Yikes.
Good luck.
It's not a high number. I'm saying my
Yeah,
height is also quite low, but it's not like this is one of the lower SOF levels I've been. I'd be crazy if it wasn't. What does like the lowest SOF split of like any 24-hour race look like? It's gotten scary in there, you know? Like
It is typically the most glorious thing ever, and there's usually a broadcast of it.
Yeah, like
It's amazing. I love watching that shit. It's
bottom
awesome.
split Daytona 24 has to be hilarious.
It is. It's some of the best content you will ever watch.
Arca Breaks Weekly.
Arca Break Weekly is a classic.
Yes.
So, if you want to know what bottom split Daytona 24 looks like, it's Arca Break Weekly, but IMSA.
Oh yes.
But
It's that. It's just fucking shit everywhere. Like, you will regularly have cars wrecking before the green.
No, why is this guy
And,
telling
like,
people to
they'll
switch to
keep
wet tires?
wrecking.
I want to take as many positions as I can off of people that change them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
remember when I trolled an entire field and was using third gear even though I was using fourth?
Yeah.
It worked for like a while.
Alright, got a good start. This is gonna be a real filter race, isn't it?
Those are unfortunate marks.
feel like safety rating gains should be doubled in rain races. No reason.
I think safety rating just needs a massive overhaul.
Yeah. How would you change safety rating?
I would have to think about it, and I'm not in a position to think about it at the moment.
Anybody else want to bite?
Based on proximity to car,
So like, if you're running really close to someone for a long time and you end up getting in an accident, you get nothing. But if you like dive bomb someone, that's worth a lot more. Even though now they're both 4x.
On the whole, it needs a lot more differentiation, but
Yeah, because like a bump contact in the middle of a corner is not the same as absolutely slamming someone.
or going wide a centimeter too much and getting off track shouldn't
It's not the
be
same as
nearly
a
the
corner
same as
cut.
or completely just blowing the corner, locking your brakes. Yeah, I started to think about it and then I made a mistake and nearly lost the spot. And I'm only safe because of my tiny wang.
Cunning racecraft.
I wouldn't be surprised if this guy gets me in the second half as well. His tyres are going to hold a bit better, I would suspect, with the higher wing.
I'm assuming that there will be a change to safety rating at some point. Like they'll tweak it. It's really bad for short track oval racing. That's the biggest weakness of it right now, and that's one of the bigger flaws of iRacing is the oval side. So the fact that short track racing is so touchy on safety rating is really bad for the service.
The short track pavement oval?
Like,
Yeah, dirt oval is perfect. It's
currently,
really,
like,
yeah.
If you go to shorter oval and it's like temporary,
take things
and then you do
Like,
like
go.
one
more
lap
likely-
of the Nürburgring and just max it out your rating.
You're far
Something
more
that's
likely
balanced.
you're more likely to be disqualified from a short track race than you are a super speedway race. Just because you can avoid contact on a super speedway. You can't avoid the big one, but you can avoid general contact. You cannot avoid contact on a short track. And there's also a lot more braking that happens in Martinsville than Talladega, obviously. So there's going to be a lot more difference in the line than you think. You know, I think Draft Master is really fun. It's like the most anxious you can be during a race. But it's fun to do going out there in the right mindset. Well, I'm doing okay in this race so far, really based off of the fact that I haven't incurred a single penalty other than running off the track at turn 1 because, again, not a well designed first turn, especially in the rain. Especially when I'm side by side, it's not a good combo. caution slip in turn 1 is bad because you're either braking way too early or way too late. There is no correct time to slow down. This is only my first wet races now that I think about it. I've done a couple others, but this is one of the first that I've done. That is the only curve on the track that's actively slick that I can tell. You know, it'd probably be good for me as a developing sim racer to do more Rain Master.
It's starting to feel dodgy. Pardon?
What kind of racing are you doing?
GTE at Road Atlanta. So yeah, tires are getting a little worn and the car's lining up. So it's starting to move around a bit. Oh, that guy just completely blew the turn. This Porsche head is kind. Thank you.
To go. Stoner mopeds.
So sad.
Swouse.
It's like, it's not at a point of letting go, but it will if I'm careless. Maybe not now, but in 5 laps time when it gets worse.
just take care of.
Yeah, that's the plan. Good plan.
Emphasis to overtake this gray car again. That guy did not rejoin safely. I'm gonna kill him with a hammer. And just like that, we're in 10th.
Yippee, 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 yippee.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so happy when this race is over. I feel like figuring out a setup in the rain has to be so much worse. Because, I mean, I hate conditions. Everything should be ideal conditions all the time. "75-degree air temp, 20% humidity. Sunny day, green track. Okay, so that guy braked way later than I did, but also cut the fuel brake, which I did. So he got past me, and I don't care because I don't want him to be behind me. Just do whatever like that. So why are we racing hard for 10th place? Calm down. This guy's high-key terrible.
I'm gonna leave the next lap so I can go further on fuel.
We should check our GTE challenge submissions. Prompt submissions. See what the next one's gonna be.
Did you read
I did.
the one that I submitted to you via DM?
Yep. Could do that, but I'm thinking I want to pick one from Peanut Gallery. It's been a while since we had one like that.
I mean, I fleshed out the rules more than what I submitted to you.
Just put it in the prompt. That way I won't miss it if I'm ever considering things. And that since you are no
trust me.
regular user.
Trust me, I've written it in a way where you can't miss it.
So this guy's name is Aaron Hicks, spelled wrong. Because Aaron Hicks is a baseball player.
Played it a bit safe, but it's better than not.
But his Aaron, E-H-R-E-N, Aaron. Aaron.
Okay, you are the leader. Pit boxing.
Aaron.
Like I can tell it's Aaron, but it's not.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
We'll get him. Took in.
Okay,
My God,
punch it.
Stoner Lopez is out of the
Imagine
pits.
Imagine someone spells Aaron like Ayrton without the T.
Ayron. That is certainly a thing.
There's a little more weighted.
Oh no, Stoner Lopez spun himself again. Stoner. I wish I knew a guy named Stoner. I wish I knew a guy named Stoner and he was like a staunch sober. Like would be insulted by the prospect of like any drug. That's like 6 laps. Tell me that I'm losing the car in front. He's faster than me, but also a very reckless driver.
That car's
I'm not
holding
gonna
me
worry
up.
about it.
Losing my rhythm.
How much time is left in the race?
14 minutes. I have a 6-second gap, which I should be able to hold if I can start driving better.
Leader in front, 17.39.
Keep it straight. My favorite thing about Ultra Sleep is on the like normal kind of backstretch chicane thing it's got, there's just a like 3-inch wide strip of gravel that exists for seemingly no reason. Right. That's a, unless I really fuck it up, that's a top 9 super permit. And I mean that serious, because it would take me messing up so bad that I have to go to the pits, not do it, and there's nobody around me in this situation.
Yeah, I'm back now. The car ahead is just messing with me.
I just had a Cyclone, I had an idea. You're the only one who's gonna get this. Cyclone drive.
Corpse.
Why are you so quiet? No, hang on, it's May 17th. Is it warm out in Scotland yet? Has it above 40 degrees Fahrenheit, so you need to have a fan on.
Really speaking too soon, I was betting this race a bit, but it's turned out to be the best one GTE so far, at least from a placings perspective. If I don't cock it up.
Okay, Toby.
But that's because everyone else messed up pretty much ahead. It is tricky, it's easy to load up the car too much. And just die.
Ooh, Subaru Tribeca front row. Give the car a little nose. As you look, car.
Soul of a Hyundai Tiburon.
I think I'm feeling that personally. How are we feeling about the nose?
Looks like a Wombat character from like Claymation cartoon I used to watch as a kid.
Looks like an Alfa Romeo if it had a series of 3.
Oh yes, this is the move. This is what I wanted to do all along.
Somewhere you belong. Okay, you had something to say.
He's drowning with the fish in the fucking ocean. Bitch came back, she loved my specific motion. Light another candle in my room and jerk it with scented lotion.
Kind of your...
And then, gay. Actually, it sounded really gay, so I just said that really statement.
Bad. You said that while it was streaming, thus it is there forever.
Fuck. Damn.
On the record, Pride is a mini dinosaur.
That's not what I fucking said.
Well, subtext, you know.
Yes, we did an 18. Thanks, so.
I had a couple kind of fluky off tracks at the start of the race, and then I spun myself and just went bombing 3X. Since then, I've been for the max expected for a race at a track I despise anyway. I despise this track. I just find it painfully average, uninteresting.
run some cover for ultra slave, and the last sector is good.
It's not that bad. It's definitely better than the first half of the track.
Yeah, it's interesting, which gives it a big leg up.
It is significantly more racy than the rest of the track.
Oh, quarter phantom slide, that wasn't great. Oh well. It's not a big mistake, I can afford smaller ones.
Oh, how was Formula Re?
Inevitable.
Was it with Dennis that one again?
No.
I don't.
Again, really?
I don't know who's inevitable.
What is Roland?
Either Dennis or Roland, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Augusto Park.
Is Formula Drift the opposite of 24-hour endurance races?
Kinda.
Or maybe like... Well, no, because at least Formula Drift is kind of interesting to watch. There's a lot of downtime, so that makes it kind of similar to endurance racing. But there will often be times where nothing is happening. Rallycross might be the opposite, because it's incredibly entertaining. Really short races with
Rallycross has never
There's
put out
shockingly
a
few
race.
downtime for the amount of races they actually hold.
Like, you're over racing. You watch any big dirt race, you know, you watch like Knoxville or it's the only two that would generally get anything past your vision. Watch something like that. It can be pretty entertaining, but there's also a pretty decent amount of time between races. Drag racing also was talking about a long time between races.
He got a bit
Yeah.
sloppy.
Have been to a couple of drag races actually. Maybe of a kind, not many other times. Kind of a lot of downtime, considering all you gotta do is just go down, I think.
Like, I don't know why they can't just... I mean, I can understand maybe like a quick track speed to make sure there's no debris or anything.
Right.
But, like, it takes a while. Like, if I'm bored and I'm just scrolling through the channels and I see NHRA, I don't even know, Pomona, and I just tune into that, it's like, oh, okay, we're just not driving. It's been 15 minutes and we're somehow still not driving. The races take 12 seconds and we take 15 minutes. It's just incredibly inefficient racing.
How's God kept?
You know, that is a fair point. Since when is the point of drag racing inefficiency?
No, you have engines that are good for maybe half a mile, sometimes less.
You have engines that aren't even good for 1,000 feet, let alone half a mile.
Well, that's why I said they're good for maybe half a mile, most of the time less. I'm sure in current configuration, if you were to send a top fuel, like a nitro 20 car, or like a top fueler, down the drag strip for a half mile, it would probably win. The odds of it going any further than that, it would fucking explode. Like, it would just kill me. Yeah. Sometimes they go less. What we need to do is we need to have NHRA, but it's Europe, and only Mechachrome and Puzo are allowed to make it. Race to 20 feet.
Alright, well, that was a fairly uneventful race, but 5 minutes, not a bad number. Excited to see results. Next up,
Hey, Toby, help me pick out wheels for this. safety right here. Okay, so I want to give you some ideas. Okay, you said the year is 2010, so I give it a very 2010 front grill. Don't know what I'm doing down here yet, so that's just placeholder. Everything's plastic, and
I've made it suck. I don't need you. I'm making the move.
5.9 liter. Push rod, everything cast iron, dual.
I'm not worried about specs. You asked me for reals.
Okay, so I
didn't need to do that or whatever.
Of the vehicle. Okay.
I think just
I
try to
made a
find
fuck
some
ass of it.
relatively ugly 5-spokes.
I was gonna say like, okay, like I put
That works too, but
like base model shit, but it has a
Good win, Dan. And good race,
I just
Crispin.
say some incredibly generic, uninteresting 5-spokes.
Oh, oh,
Whoa, that ain't right.
whoa. Ooh, that's
Okay,
ugly.
if it was 1990, you're making a car in the 90s, then yes.
Okay, hang on.
What happened to everyone in front? Because a lot of people just didn't make it.
There we go.
Ooh, that
This
kind
looks late 2000s, early 2010s enough.
Yeah, I can see that.
That Ferrari got curbed. He saved it.
Thank you for your
but
input.
yeah, that's not good for him.
Race results. iRating plus point. Oh, iRating plus.
Stern just overloaded the rear. That's big crunch.
How much did this bitch weigh? How fat is this hoe?
And had to let everyone by.
Safety
The
rating.
Martin's ahead. Yeah, again, it's the Porsche rear engine. They put too much weight over the rear at the start and just do not hold the grip. So then I think just... Did he go right in response or was he going right anyway? Look outside and then I just... Because he's on the normal high output, so I'm on low, I just shoot by. So that was 3 cars already.
Alright, Arkham.
That quickly became 4.
Legacy. Raceway.
Ark.
On the line, okay. Just a little too much brake pressure, and I think was on the line, and that set him off. Oh, that could have been worse. No, that was actually quite bad. That killed it.
Ant is a fucking murderer.
No, I didn't kill him. He did. He did it to himself.
It was ham.
I shot the sheriff.
I was squeaky clean. I only went off the track a couple times.
Oh, it was squeaky clean, he says.
Squeaky. Who up squeaking it?
Squeaky clean, mate. Absolutely
And he got away with it. Oh, yeah. Easy. Too much. Too much turning, a little too much brake, and the car just keeps going left. Coming into turn 2. And counter-steered it and square on the front. That was lucky for him. And yeah, that was everyone in front of me.
Ooh, well, this is so much worse. I don't like
There's
this.
2 DNFs, so I'll look at them as well.
DNF did not fish.
Did not. Oh, got a Mulger on the outside of turn 3.
Didn't have that.
Actually didn't
Man,
make
I've
the
been
turn.
DNFing for years.
Oh, and he's
When was the last
offline
time you
there.
went fishing, Rad?
I went fishing?
It was the last time you caught a fish.
January
And
17th.
this side. Oh,
Wow.
did he get killed? Oh, he got... No, okay, he had his own spin, and that's what happened to that guy. Had his own spin
What
in
was the
front of
last
the
time you caught a
whole pole sitter. I don't think it was that badly wounded, but he just gave up. What happened to Chavez?
We need to take noisy fishing. We need to take noisy to a Bass Pro Shop somewhere.
You were not pro tag for Most Wanted. Sonny would do better. Yeah, again, it's just... There's enough body rolling into the GTEs to cause issues if you're careless. There is, like, loose a bit too... I won't say a bit too much, but they like to get go if you are not on top of the car, and even if you are, I suppose. On the default setup, at least, there's a lot of... I forget what the setting is on the traction control, but it takes a while to actually kick in if you're sliding, which I think works, but yeah, it's tricky to get on top of. And I get pulled away because he took a while to get back to rhythm as well. Oh, just offline and had to... Went in a little hot and had to just run it wide to kind of make the corner. Oh, and he didn't know, he didn't practice the pit entry, so I gained a lot there as well. Oh, good race.